Any Beatles trivia in a while, so why not we? Why not we? What? Anyway, this we're on our own. It's odd. It's scrolling now. I don't know. Okay, two Beatles had recording sessions in Nashville. I'm gonna say I feel like Ringo would be in Nashville, and let's just put Paul there because Paul wants to be everywhere. So why not? And he liked the tablecloth today. We have it's got this action going on here. So yeah, my answers are Paul and Ringo for that one. We'll see. Okay, what Paul song has a title inspired by? Oh, Junior's Farm, right? Isn't that's from? Is that from Ram or McCartney One? Don't remember, but I'm gonna say Junior's Farm. What Paul song is about a woman from the state of Tennessee, which tells me I'm right on the first one. Um, I don't know this one. Nothing comes to mind right now. In fact, the only thing coming to mind is Rocky Raccoon, and that would not work. I'm just going to say Junior's Farm again. I think that these should all be Junior's Farm answers. Two songs related, released, not related. What two songs were released on a single recorded by McCartney and Wings in Nashville, Tennessee? Well, how about Junior's Farm? And I don't know. So we're learning a lot about Paul and maybe Junior's Farm today. And what instrumental, not instrument, Paul didn't write an instrument, he wrote an instrumental, written by Paul's father, was recorded by Paul in Nashville, Tennessee. So as with the cards, we do not know. I will learn about this. And the two instrumentals recorded by Paul in Nashville were released on a single credited to what band? I think I got this one. I'm going to say Paul McCartney and Wings, unless they called themselves something else. It's answer time. Let's take a look-see. So Ringo and Paul was for the first question about Nashville, right? So I got one. Junior's Farm, feeling good. Two in a row now. I don't know what to do. I don't know what Sally G is. I can't. There's a lot of post Beatles McCartney. There's a boatload of it. I can't catch up on that. There's some good videos out there in YouTube land where somebody's going through all the post Beatles McCartney. I like McCartney One. I like Ram. I was a big fan of Tug of War. I liked Give My Regards to Broad Street. The soundtrack, not the movie so much. That was my first exposure to McCartney, really, because our local library had a pressing of that, had an LP, and I would listen to that all the time. So there's a place in my heart for that LP. Oh, I once owned Liverpool Oratorio. Yeah, so there's that. So but it's usually the early stuff. The more I listen to Band on the Run, the more I love that album, and in between a few gems here and there. So that's my extent of Paul knowledge. If I had to come down on it at the end of the day, Paul is the most important Beatle. Sorry, I don't care what people think. He's always fun to listen to. He was the one that kept the whole band together when they'd rather be elsewhere. I don't care. That's how I'm coming down on that. Junior's Farm and Sally G, so that's half credit, but it's still, wrong. And Walking in the Park with Eloise, that was the song written by his father, right? Okay. And they called themselves the Country Hams. So I think my investigation of this card begins with a search for the Country Hams. That's country, right? That's not county. C-O-U-N-T. There would be no R. All right. There's some Paul trivia for you today. I'm gonna try to find a photo of Paul and the Country Hams, and we don't even Junior's. We're still in the '70s, right? That's Junior's farm. There we go. That is our Beatles trivia of the day, and enjoy yours as you see fit.